Well, here we are out in the garage again. It's raining outside, so I don't have much light here in the garage to try to do the best I can. But without further ado, let's kind of go over what I've changed from my previous video as far as working on the hull of the Enterprise. If you recall, last time I had dowels and my balsa wood to kind of form the underside of the hull, kind of like in a V-shaped pattern. But after looking at some more research and looking at the actual hull of the Enterprise and the configuration of it, I decided to dispense with the balsa wood and the dowel rods, and I pried them off, and I went a whole different approach. As you can see, hopefully you can see this, is basically I honed down the styrofoam with some drywall sanding block, something kind of looks like this. Let me see if I can bring the light over here a little bit better. But this is what I used to kind of sand the styrofoam down, because I actually started working on the bow of the ship. Let me see if I can turn this around to give it that more kind of a more contour shape in the front. And if you look at the profile, more classic Enterprise aircraft carrier look to it. That was a basic trademark of it. And as far as when I had that step down pattern, I actually made the I just flushed everything up and contoured it to give it that more realistic look to it. So, like I said, I got rid of all the balsa wood and the dowel rods, and I'm kind of happy with what I've achieved so far with this. The next step is going to actually be putting some plaster cloth on this hull. But I just want to show you this quick little change that I made for the better, in my opinion. So until next time, be another update as far as getting this hull of the Enterprise taken care of. We'll see you shortly. Bye. Alright, I think this would be a good time to talk about the Diorama water effects kit I'm going to be using or attempting to use in my next phase of building with the Enterprise ship, as well as the base of my diorama kit itself. This is basically a Scene-A-Rama water diorama kit. It's for ages 7+, and this is just a basic kit. It does not come with the like I say, with the base itself. That's, you have to buy the base separately. But as you can see, it can be used with other kits to create the special features and add defining details. They give you some different examples here. You know, they have one here with a dam, a water wheel type of thing. If you want, you know, polar ice, you know, winter scene, and then it came basically a lighthouse. So that's basically on the front cover here. Basically on the back of this kit, they basically give you a quick little instructions up here as far as how to do a step-by-step approach of building a kit like it has on the cover art itself on the front of the box. But it also gives you in detail all the parts that are in the box, explains what they are and how much you get quantity-wise for each one. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look inside the box. Now, I've already taken this apart and kind of looked at it, make sure I got everything that I'm supposed to have in the box. So here we go. The first thing they do is they give you two sets of display boards for your backdrops. So they basically essentially flip open, and you can come to any size configuration depending on what you want planned for your diorama. But basically, they gave you 2 corrugated cardboard displays, backboards. So there's 2 sets of those. And of course, then they also give you a roll of plaster cloth. They don't recommend this for body casts because it could irritate the skin. But like I said, there is 1 roll that they do give you as part of the kit. So that was what I'll probably be using for my Enterprise ship. Okay, so there's that. And as far as the packages are concerned, they're nicely labeled for each item that you pull out. Of course, I'll be doing an oceans effect, so I won't be using any of the kind of terrain effects, but they do have it nicely labeled for you. This package actually is the green grass or fine turf for your diorama. So there's that. And they also give you some foliage. Let me see what it says here on the box here. Or fake grass or whatever, but it's kind of like a cloth material. But they give you a set of those. And of course, you also have in the package some medium green clump foliage or shrubs that you can use as well. They gave you 1 package of that. And we also have a package of Evergreen Accent that also comes with the kit. So you get 1 of those. And we also have 1 other package that's part of the terrain. It's called Forest Green Accent. So they gave you a little package of that as well. So that's pretty much the foliage and the greenery part there. As far as stones or anything like that, they do give you a package what they call talus. It's a natural medium talus. I gave you a small bag of that, so you can spread that around. And so there's that. And they also do give you a spray bottle. Now you can use this to mix your project glue in. They'll give you directions where you mix project glue 1/4 of an inch. It's labeled right here. So you pour 1/4 inch of your project glue. You pour another up to the half mark with some water. Mix it up and then fill the rest with your project glue. Shake it all up, and that will be your spray. So you can spray mist certain areas on your diorama to apply rocks and debris and foliage and shrubs and all that kind of stuff. So there's your little spray bottle for that. And of course, then we have our bottle of project glue that you can use for your terrain display to hold everything in place. So they give you 1 bottle of that. And then we get to the actual water effects part of it. Well, one other thing, they do give you for the terrain a small jar called Earth Undercoat that you can apply to your base for your terrain. So 1 little jar of that. Now, as far as the water effects are concerned, they do give you 3 jars of their water, and 1 of them is called Realistic Water. It's a 2-ounce bottle to start you off with. It's kind of like a sample. And then their version for Scene-A-Rama is the water effects. It's a kind of a little smaller jar, but it's real thick gel consistency. So that's the water effects. And then we have our water undercoat, so that basically when you lay down your base and everything, they recommend that you actually put the deep blue water undercoat, apply that first before you actually put any of the realistic water or water effects on top of it. So that's it for the water effects part. They do give you also 1 tongue depressor
and they give you a sponge brush to go ahead and spread your undercoat before you apply the terrain and the water effects. They also have a little plastic cup for you as well, with a sifter lid, so you can sprinkle any of your fine grass materials or the Evergreen Accent, whatnot, over your terrain. So that's it. And then one other thing is also have the release paper. So I guess you can use that as well. So that is it for the kit, for the Scene-A-Rama water diorama kit. So for the money, what you pay for it, it's well worth it. I got this basically at Michael's. I got a 40% coupon off of it. So like I said, I'm going to give it a shot as far as dealing with the water effects, and we'll see how it goes. But I figure this is like kind of a beginner type of kit. So start slow, small, and work your way up to when you get better. But I think this is a good practice, good experience for what I'm doing for my diorama. There is one other little kit that kind of you can get to as well. This is called the Rippling water kit. The only thing it really doesn't have is the terrain ingredients. Basically, it's the water effects. Again, as you can see here, it's the water undercoat, the water effects, the realistic water release paper, tongue depressor, and the paint sponge and instructions. So this is kind of just a small little complimentary companion kit that you can incorporate along with your water diorama kit for this box here. So that's it. That's kind of like a quick little out-of-box review on this, since my next phase in my video will be actually putting on the plaster cloth. So that's going to be our next step. So until then, we'll catch you later in the next episode. Have a good day.